Thank you so much, guys, for connecting. My name is Ivan, and Malika is also here. We are hosts of collective calls that we hold on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's Tuesday, and I'm happy to see you all. So we got two projects today, hopefully three, but let me introduce two first. So as we said before, we got first a project called SaveEarth, represented by Zhao, and also Wisdomise. So Raj is here to present it to you guys. And let me walk you through the rules, how we usually hold such calls. So usually we allocate 5 to 6 minutes for the pitch part and up to 10 minutes for the Q&A, depending on the conversation. Feel free to put any questions in the chat or raise your hand. Yeah, let's start with SaveEarth.
Let's start. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is João Machado, founder of SaveEarth, and I'm building SaveEarth because I believe that every drop matters. What does that mean and why are we doing this? Have you ever thought about how many liters of water do you spend per shower? Well, now imagine that on an hotel, okay? Neither you guys, neither 7 million guests are actually thinking about this, and they have zero idea. This is a gigantic problem for hotels. They are literally bleeding money every month, not only with the water waste on the showers, but also with the energy waste, with the ACs, towels, etc., which makes a total of $21 billion yearly problem. Okay, as you can see, this is gigantic. This is happening today. It's a huge impact not only for the environment but for the wallets of the hotels. Just for you to have a clear idea, on average, an hotel guest is spending 150 liters of water per shower. This is 4 times more of the recommended amount by authorities. There are some hotels, for example, where we do the pilot test in Lisbon, in which the average was actually 200 liters of water per shower. This is insane, and this is time to change this. There are a couple of solutions on the market trying to solve this. In my view, in my perspective, they are not solving the problem at all. Because first of all, they are focusing on what I believe it's not the problem. They are focusing on the infrastructures of the hotels, shower heads, flow reductors, pipes, etc. Well, what I believe it's the source of the problem is actually guest behavior, people's behavior, right? And so we came up with a solution that not only allows hotels to change guest behavior, but much more. That solution, it's our AI-powered smart hotel showers that basically allow hotels to reduce water or save water and consequently reduce costs, while at the same time increase guest satisfaction and guest revenue. How the hell can we do this? Pretty simple. First, we have our AI-powered smart device, okay, that you literally stick it on the wall, and it's universal. It works in every shower in the world, and through the sound of the shower, this device is capable to understand the amount of water is being spent. Basically, what we have, it's an AI model that converts sound to data, and consequently with this, we can understand and inform in real time the guest about the amount of water he's spending, so that we can create a first level of awareness, raise some information here. But we went one step forward for several reasons, but the main one, because every hotel that we discussed, they told me it's super urgent to increase revenue on the non-usual channels. That's bars, restaurants, spas, etc. And so basically on top of the device, we created a safe to earn concept, in which basically if the guest has an echo shower, is going to be rewarded, is going to collect benefits, points, that then he can exchange those points with promotions, discounts, experience, whatever the hotel wants to give him in a strategic commercial sales way. For example, in Porto, what we were doing, every time a guest had an echo shower, he will get a free glass of wine, so that the guests could spend that on the restaurant of the hotel, and consequently increasing revenue through the dinner, lounge, etc. It may sound complicated, actually it's not at all. It works in 4 simple steps. The guest just needs to connect turn on the shower. The device will connect it by himself with the AI model. Then we have the real-time monitoring. If there's an echo shower, then there is the creditation of the points. And then last but not least, what I call a happy guest and happy hotel. That means that there was the consumption of the points and consequently the increase of the revenue. It's a practical case study with the results that we got from our pilot tests. We are talking about a 60% reduction of shower costs, okay, and an increase of 15% of of guest spending. For a 300 room, this means a savings of more than $100 per year, and an increase of more than $500,000 in revenue. We have two different models, okay, according to the different type of hotels that there is in the world. For those ones that have a super volatile occupation rate, 90% on the summer, 10% on winter, for them we have what I call a pay-per-performance model. And then for the ones that have a flat occupation rate, 80% all year, we have the typical subscription-based model. Let's talk about what it matters. At this moment, we have 4 commercial deals closed. I'm here in Dubai to close a partnership with the Dubai government, and so far it's going to be closed. We have 6 angels at this moment covering the most of our rounds, and we have more than 50 hotels on the wait list to install tests or other pilots, besides the ones that we have already implemented. Time is out, so I just want to say that besides hospitality, we are going after many other markets in the future. We will start with the B2C, gyms, property management. So what we are actually talking here, it's a more than $100 billion market opportunity. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Joao, for the great pitch. We already have some questions. What's the guest feedback like so far? Are they excited to be rewarded for saving water, like the concept?
It's actually really funny because we only implemented feedback collections process quite recently. But since the beginning that we started with the pilot tests, guests, they will come on purpose to the reception, congratulating the hotels for the initiative. Hey, this is amazing. Thanks for making me aware of my consumptions. This is should be present in every hotel in the world. So the guests are super excited about this. And I was actually afraid that on the luxury hotels, people will engage less and participate less because they kind of don't need so much the rewards. It depends on the rewards actually. But those guys were the ones that actually even participated more, and the conversion rate was higher.
Nice, thanks. Another one, how scalable is your technology for hotels of all sizes, from boutique to large chains?
That's a really good question. So we can implement this in every hotel in the world, independently of the size. However, on a commercial perspective, on a revenue perspective, I'm going to avoid hotels that have less than 50 rooms, 50. So my golden snitch here, for example, are resorts that have 2,000, 3,000 rooms, and people stay there like for 7 days, I mean.
Okay, thanks. Another one, very nice to see more builders tackling waste by incentivizing certain behaviors. I really think that is the key to generate relevant changes. What do you think is the hardest challenge to convert B2B clients?
So I will guess B2B clients. So this is a B2B2C solution, right? So I'm selling a solution to hotels that then they will not sell, but use it with their clients. I think the hardest challenge here on the hotels mostly is because there are several layers or different voices on the decision process. Okay. However, I've already found my champion, and it's the head of sustainability. The big groups, they have one, and these are the guys that I'm focusing more, because they are the ones that actually can make me decrease the sales time, the lead time, and actually make the deal go through.
Okay, excellent. Another one. Go ahead.
Cruise ships make total sense as well.
Yeah. I was about to read.
Even more, because normally on cruise ships, people spend a couple of days, 4, 5, 6. So they are literally stuck inside, first of all, to save water, and then to use the points, the rewards, right? The reward system. So it makes total sense.
Yeah, total. So you have now a new niche. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for your questions.
I think you have this nice sort of comment from Morgan, whole new meaning to revenue stream. That was a fun one. Yeah, that was just a funny comment that I wrote. Whole new meaning to
yes,
exactly. That was just a fun comment. Okay. I also have a question, Joao. So if you don't mind, I'll ask you, is there a bigger version, beyond SaveEarth, beyond water saving? So are there any other ways you want to focus on in terms of saving?
So I'll give you 2 answers. For the water, there is. So I would like to to keep developing the product, make a partnership with Spotify so that you guys can listen to music with the device while we're having a shower. Launching a web app for the B2C consumer so that they can track and we can gamify their savings, the retail savings. On the other problems, for example, still on the hotels. I don't know if you guys know, I didn't know. I found out a couple of months ago when I was doing my research for the project. 80% of the times that the ACs are being used on the hotels, the rooms are empty. So only 20% they are actually being used by someone, right? So there are, of course, then other applications that we can do with this IoT and AI solution for many other problems. I really think that's the vision, not only starting by the water, but going to other problems.
Gotcha. Thank you. I think the time is up for the Q&A. We have no more questions. So thank you so much, Joao, for the pitch. It was really interesting, really sort of positive project, I guess, the first one. And we wish you best of luck, man.
Just one last comment. I'm going to share my LinkedIn profile here in case you guys want to connect over there. Please feel free to do it. And just one last thing, what we are looking now, it's for strategic angels or strategic investors. So people that we call it smart money, right? So people that can not only deliver the money, but mostly connections in hospitality, experience in hardware or whatever it is. So people that can actually aggregate more value to the project. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, totally, man. Thanks for putting it in the chat. Now we're moving on to our second project, and it is Wisdomise. So please step in, Arash. I believe it's you who is gonna perform here. So
correct.
Back to you, man.
So hello everyone. Arash is here. I'm chief of staff at Wisdomise. I'm dual based in Dubai and Toronto, but right now in Mexico City for a couple of days. Taking a few days off. Beautiful Mexico City, I would say. So I hope everyone is doing well. Starting by a short introduction, I joined Wisdomise in 2022, initially leading the product, further strategy and operation, and it's been a while I've been chief of staff to CEO. So the founding team, Fardad, MIT graduate, ex-McKinsey, ex-head of strategy at Careem, the super application which Uber acquired a couple of years ago for nearly $4 billion. Super talented team. We have elite advisors, top-notch advisors from Boston University, MIT, former founder and former CEO of Do Telecom, Osman Sultan, is also in our board. So personally got the chance to work with a lot of great minds scattered all across the board. Now, about the company itself, seeing reviewing a journey of an investor, either in crypto and any other markets, we categorize it in three main parts. First, you need to discover what's actually you want to invest on. Then you need to validate your discovery, how much and when you actually should put your money behind that asset. And then ultimately, how to manage your portfolio risk, considering the real-time market conditions every day, especially in financial markets, there is something new. So through all of this complex journey, we've been developing for the first 2 years what we call Wisdomise Brain. So Wisdomise Brain is and it tends to be brain of the crypto. It gets connected itself to a lot of different data sources, market sentiments, social media data, on-chain data, whale movements, technicals, macroeconomy factors, and through all of that, it absorbs all of that data in real time, and it gives our users real-time actionable insights. And we have a set of different AI agents. We've been working on AI agents concept way before this, the trend coming to the surface. So we have a set of different agents that go through scanning the social media, go through scanning the technical indicators, go through scanning the on-chain data, and give our users actionable insights. For the future vision, it's not only to be crypto, but it's also going to be tokenized commodities like gold, tokenized real estate, something which we are security tokens, something which in recent days we are seeing more and more news about. Now, our product, we have the coin radar, which tells you which coins to invest forecasting based on the things that people are talking on social media, and that's a lot of data that the system is processing. And then over the past couple of months, we had a huge focus on our auto trader, especially on TON and Solana, which lets users to very simply connect their DEX wallet, and our system automatically sets take profit and stop loss and manage their portfolio on their behalf. So we've seen a huge interest in this new feature that we rolled out, and people are sharing their profits, especially on meme coins on Solana and TON, and we are rolling out new updates to support Base and other coins as well. So speaking of numbers, we have generated over $1.4 million so far, and we've raised more than $6.8 million. We have more than 500,000 community members, more than 8,000 token holders, and hopefully, but based on our projections and numbers, I think Q1, Q2 next year, we should be ready for our Series A. Right now, we are raising our pre-Series A to just fuel up the product, fuel up the community, and fuel up our token, and also to support our institutional arm as well. Currently, we have two institutional clients. Both of them are based in Swiss because we have the companies. We have Swiss SRO license. So, and for that follows, we have two multi-billion-dollar asset management companies, and through the pre-Series A fundraising, we are willing to expand our institutional arm as well. What else to share? So, we have Chainlink is part of the business. We are part of Microsoft, Google, and Amazon startup programs. ChainGPT, Singularity DAO, CDFI, they're part of our ecosystem, and through our advisors, we have scientific partners such as MIT, Boston University, New York University, and UPenn. There is a lot more to share, but I'll try to keep it as a short version. Let me know which areas you want me to deep dive in, and I will explain more. Thank you.
Thanks, Arash. Thank you for your pitch. We've already got some questions. With such an impressive team of PhDs and Olympiad medalists, what's the secret sauce behind turning complex financial intelligence into an easy-to-use super app for everyday folks?
Very good question. So that's that actually been one of the main focuses of Wisdomise since day one. So investing and participating in financial markets is quite complex. If you're new to the markets, you usually turn out to be losing money rather than earning money, because people are always hyped out by, to just, they're dreaming to become rich in like one day. And that's not true. So, and their user experience of the whole investment journey is quite complex. So with that in mind, we try to step by step put all of that complexity and let AI and our system manage all the complexity on their behalf. Let's say through a set of simple questions, our system can identify either you are a high risk, medium risk, or low risk investor. And through your investment journey, our system, even on decentralized exchanges, can set you automatic take profit and stop loss. So you don't have to keep checking your portfolio and see, okay, one day I wake up and see that my whole portfolio is gone because there was a coin that I invested in and right now it's all gone. It happens a lot in especially in crypto. But simplicity, I would say, and user experience and quality of the insights that we generate, they are quite good because of the infrastructure Wisdomise Brain, which we through all of that, PhDs, top talents, we try to really provide insights that are accurate.
Thanks. Okay. Osnat left several questions. First one, in terms of your exposure, when you trade on behalf of people, do you hedge losses?
So there are different hedging mechanisms for our institutional arm. Yes, we do hedge, but on our B2C line, we currently do not hedge the risk because, especially if you're, let's say, trading meme coins, there are not that many hedging tools unless you have a stop loss to just, cut the losses. So, but on institutional line, when, the size of the asset and investments are large, then we definitely need to have hedging mechanisms in place. There are multiple techniques which we use, butterfly hedging, constant reallocation of portfolios. And also right now with existence of commodity tokens such as gold on crypto, then there are more hedging tools available for us to perfectly manage and enhance portfolios risks.
Thanks. Another question again from Osnat. And how does it compare to the likes of eToro?
So eToro is more of a copy trading platform, I would say, and it's not really focused on crypto. Now our focus is first on crypto, and we are planning to expand to other verticals as well. But we are not, in a sense, a copy trading platform, and eToro doesn't provide you with insights. So it's all people on eToro that they provide their own portfolio, and you can follow. But here we provide insights, and we let our user to just combine them with whatever knowledge that they have, and let our system to run on their behalf and manage their portfolio. So there are similarities and there are differences, but I would say we are focused on crypto. We are AI powered. So on eToro, that's not happening. And yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Since Wisdomise is Swiss regulated and targeting both retail and institutional markets, how do you see regulation shaping the future of financial AI platforms like yours?
That's a very good question. Over the past couple of years, we've seen, so we have Swiss SRO license, and starting with Swiss regions, it wasn't let's say the best region for B2C offering, because based on Swiss law, you need to fully KYC and verify all your users. We had to at some point go through video identification if we wanted to let our users. That's why we set up in different jurisdictions such as Estonia as well, and we are also working on Saudi. But as it is evident that the landscape is shaping, especially with the whole new wave of security tokens and security offerings, I think that's another layer of easing the regulation for digital assets. Because on security side, everything needs to be compliant fully to regulations, and I can see, especially with this new administration, Donald Trump, we will have more achievable regulations for companies in order to onboard their clients and provide services. This didn't used to be the case like 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago, but more and more we are seeing more activities to just speed up everything and then provide practical frameworks for companies to deploy. Because most times all of these frameworks, there are thousands, tens of pages of law. It's very hard for companies to navigate through all of that, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to just get all of that data. But I think we are step by step getting there.
Thanks. The next one, could you tell us a bit about your go-to-market strategy and how you plan to find your initial super users?
So our go-to-market strategy right now, as I mentioned, we are focused on crypto, but later on we are planning to expand to other verticals. But right now on crypto side, we have the B2C, and on B2C we are focusing on DeFi. So that's our current go-to-market, and we have very attractive features rolling out on our product for DeFi users. And then for our institutional line, so the institutional clients, they are there. If you can provide a couple of financial products that are working, then if you have the network access, if you have the market access, then you don't have that much of a problem for providing institutional offerings. You just need to have that real-time traction in place and good models and services to generate alpha, risk-averse alpha, I would say. So yes, that was the DeFi on B2C side, and on institutional line, I think our path is clear.
Okay, thanks. How is the UX for people off-railing their money into fiat?
So right now we don't offer on our platform on-ramp, off-ramp. So we accept only crypto, but there are a lot of solutions out there, and we are planning. We have it in our product backlog to let people to just purchase crypto using their credit card and then start trading at that point later on. But right now we do not offer on-ramp, off-ramp offering. We accept stable coins, but yeah.
Yeah, thanks. And Joaquim is saying looks awesome, and he's asking you to reach out so you can partner, guys.
Yeah, I just send you a direct message to discuss. But yeah, I think there's a lot of synergies with one of our podcasts. It's good.
Absolutely.
Your project is also awesome. Just unfortunately no direct synergy.
And yeah, let's conclude with this question. I think it was a profitable session. So thank you so much, Arash. And yeah, guys, also we didn't introduce that first, but we got a third project on the line here. So I'm super happy to see a project called Xtreamly finally made it. So Sogol, if you're here, please step in. Thank you so much for coming. Glad you made it, man.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me today. I'm really excited just to share a little bit of what we are doing here. I'm just sharing my screen and walk you through what we have, and hopefully it will count as your time. So yeah, what we are building is actually kind of a similar path to Wisdomise and what Arash just preached. However, we are in kind of a different direction. We have built an AI-powered risk management for DeFi, and we are a team of a few people from Stanford and McKinsey and also ATH Zurich and UBS Bank and myself from Core Ethereum Fellowship. And we have already made some good achievements. We started like last September kind of thing from scratch, building the team, building the product, and going to the market. And we got like chances to be, in a part of different, projects and just winning something and, having like strong backers in the area. We also were lucky enough to start having kind of traction with some companies, including, the perpetual markets and as well as the lending protocols and the investment firm company in Bay Area, San Francisco. And we started just testing our AI models as an API. But generally speaking, this is only the core of the engine that we have implemented in institutional level. And we just are envisioned to make it like an end-to-end product, not remaining as an API provider. So the problem that we tackle here is actually, DeFi related. So DeFi does not break from the complexity, it breaks from the lag, and the lag actually, subsequently makes, or leads to a lot of losses, basically. So in one short experience, we actually measured 273 times impermanent loss and 500 times the exposure to the LPs, and also $200 million of capital were exposed, and actually ended up having like net loss for $60 million. So it was for us, no doubt, that this is the unsolved problem in DeFi. The losses are everywhere, and we have to have like an institution level solution for that. So the DeFi capital actually needs to think, not just to move, and that was another area or a way to think about the problem. So we have seen liquidity is scattered because every time some volatility happens or slippage happens, investors or whales moving their capital, and then that leads to the liquidity fragmentation. Risks are not adapted; they are reactive, not proactive, and also there are not way to efficiently allocating the capital with some data related or data driven decision makings. So all with that said, we built a new risk primitive. So we programmed the capital to think before it moves, and the product we have is kind of infrastructure driven by AI that will be embedded into the core of the liquidity logic in AMMs and market making backend, basically, and which it does. It interacts directly with the backend of those environments without interrupting the business logic, but specialized in hedging the losses there. And what we have achieved with our current AI models and doing partially this vision manually, we we just could have proven the profitability for 1,300 Uniswap positions. We were able to, bring back the profit only by hedging, no rebalancing, no other strategies of $1.3 million. And we increased the, APY as a median 31%. And that was where actually our hedging strategy was to using our AI signals and volatility classification that we invented actually, and hedging the LP positions on perpetual DEX GMX. It is where GMX and generally perpetual DEXs are very much expensive to manage the position, and also the risk for getting liquidated. But our solution proved to have very efficient cost for managing the position on perpetual, less than 5% of the capital value, and we were lucky enough to have only 1% of positions being liquidated, controlled by us. And this is the proof of that. So this is one LP position that you can compare, the original position and what we have actually hedged, and it shows almost 15% of additional APY and return. Also, another experience we did and back tested. So we were able to decrease the impairment and loss 60% and added 30% more of the values. So I think the time is over, but I'm just jumping over the things. So it creates kind of a new capital path between whales, market makers, and the current protocols, and that's how we just manage the liquidity and moving them from AMM to perpetuals and bring them back when market is just changing and moving with volatility. So I think that's enough for now, but happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, totally, because there are maybe four of them already. So let me start with the first one. So Arash is saying, amazing results, Ogo. We'll be in touch with you guys. Appreciate the opportunity here. That actually was not a question. So yeah, moving on. With DeFi evolving quickly, how do you plan to stay ahead of competitors in terms of innovation in optimizing liquidity and risk models?
We first and foremost, our competitive edge is our super strong data pipeline that we have gathered and the process data that we have. And second, the sophisticated AI models that we actually benchmarked against the current market, AI model markets out there. And we just demonstrated order of magnitude much better precisions. Of course, there are some other type of modes where we have kind of embedded black box IPs which are hard to replicate, of course, due to this infrastructures that we have, as well as the data network effect that we are building around this. So we are building and designing a flywheel for market makers, liquidity providers, and the retails, basically through moving the capital proactively, not reactively, and ensuring that this flywheel actually benefits everyone. I think that can be a good answer for your question. If not, but just...
Yeah, totally. We got another one from Tom. Great performances for a POC. What would you say is your biggest obstacle to surpass right now?
There are, of course, some challenges in improving the AI models in some cases, because, just managing liquidity at scale for the institutional level with AI sounds to be a little bit scary due to the automation nature of the AI and the risk of manipulations or tampering, which we already are discussing this idea with the eigenlayer, just to make sure that we can have the version of Xtreamly engine to be secured by the pooled security tokens of eigenlayer. So this way we can decrease this risk. Another area of risk I can see is here just to not be able to cover all the punchy moments of liquidity or other events or influential factors that can happen, like MEV or something else that are a little bit harder to detect or just requires a different set of infrastructure. But overall, the results shows that the broken LP and also some ways market makers on chain were losing a lot of money can be hopeful to see at least some solution that works for them.
Yeah, right on. We got another one. You mentioned reducing impermanent loss by 60%.
Yeah.
What's the secret sauce behind your adaptive liquidity routing and rebalancing?
So this strategy is driven by purely volatility prediction and and also classification of the volatility regime in different levels, like high, medium, and low. And we have like a policy layer which takes that in signals from AI and actually decides how to move the capital before that actually volatility happens. And that hedges actually additional hedging system where we have like opening a position directly on perpetual and managing that during the high, low, and medium volatility, each with under certain positions and conditions that helps us reducing the risk of liquidation, same time increasing the risk adjusted return for the LPs, and when without actually just closing the position of the liquidity provider on Uniswap, for example. Another strategy we got, still we are not there to make the strategy for rebalancing yet, but another strategy combined with this has actually worked and led to this solution was obviously just playing around the liquidity concentration level, which was surprisingly made like 500 times more APY, just to make sure that the capital is always in the very precise range before actually something happens, and also moving the capital to perpetual and bring back when the price tag actually is there in Uniswap, makes it like more efficient use of the capital at each given time in different market regimes.
Yeah, totally. I see. Yeah, we can wrap this up. Thank you so much, Sogol, for your time here. It was really interesting. It's a pleasure. And yeah, I think all in all, it was a profitable session. So guys, great job, everyone. Totally. And if you want to step in and be our next guest and pitch right here, be sure to check form for participation, which is now in the chat. Thank you so much, Malika. And also a feedback form. We collect, your thoughts and comments as well. And yeah, see you in 2 days. Have a great day. And yeah, see you in 2 days. As I said before, cheers.